This video is for non-Turkish nationals taking the driving portion of the Turkish driver's license test. We'll be doing this in English. We're in Çanakkale and we're going to be talking about the rules in Çanakkale. If your instructor instructs you for different rules for whichever state or district you are in, please refer to your instructor. These are, keep in mind, just for Çanakkale, so they may differ from where you are at.
Evet arkadaşlar, giriş konuşmasından da anlaşılacağı üzere bu video Türkiye'deki yabancı uyruklu öğrencilerin eğitimlerde sıkıntı yaşamaması adına. Çünkü İngilizcemiz yetersiz oluyor. İngilizcesi çok güzel ve sürüş yeteneği çok iyi bir öğrencim olduğu için yabancı uyruklular için bir çekilmiş video. Siz Türkçe olan diğer videoları izleyebilirsiniz. Teşekkürler. Bu video yabancı uyruklular için. Okay, are you ready? Walk around the car.
I'm ready.
Okay.
So the first thing we'll do is we're going to walk around the car and check the tires.
Okay.
You can either visually check them or just give them a little kick just to make sure that the air pressure is in good shape. Looks good to me. So the tires look okay. I'm going to pop the hood and we'll look underneath the hood and point out a few things. So on this particular model, this is for the radiator water. This is the windshield wiper fluid. This is where you fill oil for the engine. This is where you check the engine oil, often known as a dipstick. This is our battery.
These are enough. Okay.
This is enough for the engine compartment.
Okay.
Now we're going to go around back and look inside the trunk. So inside the trunk here we have the fire extinguisher.
Okay.
The first aid kit.
Okay.
The wheel chuck for when you're changing your tires. Reflectors to put up when there's an emergency situation. Our spare tire is here. Our jack is here. Lug nut wrench is here. And this is the drawbar connector.
Okay.
For towing.
Okay. Now get in the car. Okay.
Once you enter the vehicle, you'll want to adjust the seat to a comfortable position so you can reach gas, brake, and clutch if necessary. You want to ensure that your seatbelt is on. And you want to make sure that the mirrors, both side mirrors and the rear view mirror, are adjusted so you can see all around the car. So I've popped it into the on position. So our engine lights are on. The very bottom light is our check engine light or check fault light, engine fault. Next one is the battery. And the red right above that is the parking or handbrake engaged. This side of our display is our speedometer, shows our speed. Our tachometer, which shows the engine RPM. Our fuel gauge, engine temperature, and a digital display.
Okay.
Our air conditioning in this particular car is set from here. Our hazard or flashers for all four lights is here.
Interior lights.
Our interior lights are controlled from here.
Okay.
How
many gear?
We have, in this model, 5 forward gears and a single reverse gear, one going back.
Okay, where's handbrake?
This is the handbrake right here.
Okay.
Our horn is right here.
Okay.
The windshield wiper controls are here.
Okay.
Our headlights are controlled from here. In this model, this turns on the headlights. This turns on the far beams or the high beams. Back to normal beams. And this turns on the daylights, day running lights, or whatever terms you might want to use.
Okay. Are you ready? Let's start.
I think I'm ready.
Okay.
And before we take off, we want to make sure that our turn signal is on since we're going left, and to ensure that there's no oncoming traffic. You can only do a lane change when there's a broken set of lines. You cannot make a lane change when there's a solid set of lines. You notice we have another set of broken or dashed lines here, so we could have made the lane change here as well. Here at the roundabout, we need to slow down, and we're going to be turning left, so I've got my left turn signal on. Cars entering the turnabout have right of way. We want to ensure that we do not cover the pedestrian walkway when we stop. And my exit signal is now turned on.
Exit signal is right.
And in this case, yes, since I'm exiting to the right, it was a right turn signal to exit.
Okay.
I'll be making a left-hand turn here. I've engaged my turn signal. Ensure I have enough room for the oncoming cars, and make a turn. Ensure that you're in your own lane, and you leave enough room in the other lane for oncoming vehicles. So you want to make kind of a wide turn there. Want to ensure that there's no oncoming traffic before I make my right turn.
Stop.
We just initiated an emergency stop. The instructor told me when, and well, as you saw, we did a quick stop.
Okay.
Okay, here we're going to be making an L-shaped parking maneuver. And if you can see the cones, you want to be in the middle of the cones, and you need to pass the white line, which you may or may not be able to see from my rear view. So since I've done this before, I've practiced to where I know that that cone should be behind my rear view mirrors. As you can see that there's a cone back there.
Okay. All the way off the right.
So I've turned my steering wheel all the way to the right, so I'll be backing up into this spot. The L-shaped maneuver, as they call it.
Okay, this is enough.
Okay, now that we've completed our maneuver, we're going to be taking off again. Ensure that your right turn signal is on when exiting. In this particular maneuver, you do have the right to back up, which I'm going to do now just to ensure that I do not hit one of the cones. And I've turned my right turn signal back on, and I'm going to be preparing for the reverse or backup maneuver. And in this case, you want to again ensure that you are in the middle of between the sidewalk and the cones. And we're going to be passing the white line before we start up our backup procedure. While doing this, you want to check both your left and right mirrors. And you unfortunately are not allowed to go forward at all. You can only go in reverse. Going forward is, well, bad.
Okay.
I've completed the reverse maneuver.
Okay.
So we're going to be going to the parallel parking maneuver next. So we want to turn on our left turn signal as we exit this little area. And ensure there's no oncoming traffic.
right signal is important for us.
Make sure we have the right signal going now. So in this particular maneuver, I want to go until I can no longer see that cone behind me in the rear passenger window. So the way I've got the car adjusted for myself, I can see the 3 cones and just a little bit of space between them. So now I straighten out the wheel so that both wheels are going straight forward.
Okay.
And again, for my position, that cone is going to be just a bit off of the rear views.
Okay.
So I'm turning the wheels in again.
Okay. That's okay.
So, and if you didn't understand the instructor, in this particular maneuver, we do have the ability to go a bit forward and a bit back during this parallel parking maneuver. I was able to do it in one shot, but you do have the rights to go forward and backwards, which I'm sure your instructor will show you how to do. Okay, we're going to take off again, ensure that your turn signal's on and that there's no coming traffic. So here we're going to turn right, ensure your right turn signal's on. Now this is a narrow street, but when you're turning right, you want to make it a tight right so that there's oncoming traffic that they have enough room to pass you.
This is uncontrolled intersection.
So this is an uncontrolled intersection, so the car to the right, which would be me, has the right of way. But you still want to slow down and ensure that there's no traffic just in case. Another tight right turn. So even though there's no traffic oncoming, you just want to make a habit of doing your right turns tight, your left turns to ensure that cars in the other direction have enough room to continue on their merry way. There was a stop sign there, so I did not need to yield, but again, you want to be watching for oncoming traffic in case they don't notice that stop sign. So we'll be making a right turn here, ensure your signal's on, and check for oncoming traffic. This car has the right of way. And again, as we approach the turnabout, you want to slow down, even if there's no traffic. Our first car to enter the turnabout has the right of way. I've got my left turn signal on right now. And I'll be making in this case, I'm going to be making a relatively tight turn.
The most right lane is for buses.
So I'm sure you heard the instructor. Since we've got a solid yellow line, that is a bus only lane. So the only lanes that we are allowed to drive in on this particular street are the one I'm in right now and the one to my left. And the speed limit on this particular road is 50 kilometers an hour. I'm going just a bit underneath just to be safe. And again, we're slowing down, going into the turnabout. Giving a right turn signal as I exit. And if you'll notice, the bus lane has ended. There are actually 3 lanes. that we're able to use.
Which car use the most left line?
So for the furthest left lane, it's normally used for either turning left. You'll also see folks using it to pass, but it's generally a left turn lane.
Thank you. Okay.
One thing I've been told is that you want to try to keep your hands in the 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock positions. I'm not sure if there's an actual rule or law written for that, but it's something I've been told just to be careful of when you're taking your test. So just ensure you're in that 9 and 3 position.
Thank you. It's very important.
So here is definitely the left lane is a turn only lane, which you might be able to see from the signs. Our lane and the next right one are to go straight, and the furthest is a right turn only. At the stoplights, you'll notice that there's also a stop sign, the dur. That really is for when the electricity is not working, to ensure that you come to a full and complete stop, ensure that there's no oncoming traffic. When the lights are working and it's green, you do not have to stop. You do have the right to go forward when safe. When stopping at lights or anywhere else, you want to ensure that you do not cover the pedestrian walkway. At this roundabout, we'll be making a left turn, so I've engaged my left turn signal. Slowed down. You're noticing I'm making a tight turn so that the other cars have room to go around me. And now my right turn signal as I exit. So here we have a solid white line on the right. I'm staying in the middle lane. The left lane is also open for us. And up ahead where the dashes are means you can go over, and it's a turn only lane once you get up to the lights. It might be hard to tell from this angle, but when we cross this intersection, we're going to be going slightly to the right. If we went fully straight ahead, we'd probably end up in the left lane itself. You'll see what I mean as I go forward here. And again, the right lane is a turn only lane, as you can see from the arrows. My left signal on, and now my right signal to exit. And we're slowing down, entering the roundabout. We have the right of way. Signaling as we exit, ensuring we don't encroach upon the bus lane that is now started on the right. So slowing down, coming into our intersection. going to make a right turn and go into this little area here. Ensure that your right signal is still on.
Wait. About 20 seconds.
Okay. We're going to wait a few seconds.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm going to take off again. I've got my left turn signal on. Ensure there's no traffic by checking your mirrors. Here we'll be making a U-turn as you see where you yield to other traffic. Ensure there's no one on our right or left. And we want to make a tight U-turn so that cars that have made a right on that other side have enough room.
No, park. This.
And turn signal on, and now we're parking.
Is the exam finished? Is the exam finished?
No, exam is still not finished. We want to turn off our engine.
Okay.
You're also going to need to properly exit the vehicle. The way you do that is use your right hand to open the door. While you're doing that, you want to ensure with your head, not just your rear view mirror, that there's no cars, pedestrians, bicycles, or anything else in the way. Then you may exit the vehicle safely.
Congratulations. That's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. I hope you learned something today, and I hope this helps.